Chapter 373. Intense Battle of Rank 5s. Translator, Chibi General Editor, Chibi General. The situation at Sanshe Mountain had a violent change. After Timu Bai suppressed Sanshe Mountain for the most part of the year, his old enemy from the demonic path appeared. But Wu Gui, who was also rank 5 peak stage, could not beat Timu Bai, who made his debut later. The situation that followed was beyond everyone's expectations. The similarly rank 5 peak stage Kumo suddenly made his appearance. The battle situation immediately changed to two demonic paths rank 5, pincering Timu Bai. Righteous path figures cursed at the demonic path's shamelessness, while the demonic path figures continued to rush into Sanshe Mountain and cheer loudly. Uncountable gazes fanatically looked at the air. A battle between rank 5 peak stage Gu Masters was rarely seen, much less the battle between 3 rank 5 peak stage Gu Masters. Timu Bai could suppress Wu Gui, but fighting 1 against 2 was far beyond his ability. But Wu Gui and Kumo were both demonic Gu Masters, and although they had allied, they were similarly guarded against each other. Like this, the three entered a stalemate. From the sky covered by the black clouds and fierce wind, an enormous and deafening explosion occurred. Golden light burst out. A 4-clawed golden dragon tore the black clouds and moved the wind and rain, its dragon roar spreading over a long distance. Merely a rank 4 golden dragon Gu? Did you take that out to make a fool of yourself? Kumo let out a disdainful snarl. Look at how I tear you to pieces. When his words landed, there was a loud sound. The golden dragon let out a miserable whine and fell down toward the ground. Just as the golden dragon was about to lose its life, a golden whirlwind blew towards it. The 4-clawed golden dragon was surrounded by the whirlwind, and its heavy injuries were instantly healed. It raised its head and roared before rising up again. This is a rank 4 golden breeze Gu. Its healing ability is extremely powerful and is comparable to rank 5 Gu. The spectating Li Shan narrowed his eyes when he recognized this golden whirlwind. Don't even think about it! Wu Gui suddenly gave an unearthly cry. This unearthly cry was extremely ear-piercing, like the cawing of ravens. The spectators, be it righteous path or demonic path, felt dizzy and nauseous. Following the unearthly cry, a shining jet-black halo shot out and firmly collided against the 4-clawed golden dragon. The 4-clawed golden dragon could not resist it and exploded. Dazzling light burst forth like a small sun, causing all the spectators to close their eyes. The sound of the explosion was so loud, it seemed to burst everyone's eardrums. A fierce wind pressure soon followed, blowing towards all directions. The wind blew countless trees and stones, burying many Gu Masters alive. The berserk wind rose as if in defiance of heaven and even dispersed the dark clouds covering the sky. The spectators regained their senses after a long while and retreated in fear while looking up. In the sky, 3 figures were confronting each other. Timu Bai was wearing a golden chainmail. It was the rank 4 golden coat Gu and had exemplary defense. His whole body was covered with a layer of gold-red light. It was the rank 4 golden aurora Gu and could allow the Gu Master to fly. Wu Gui was stepping on a dark cloud. His lips were sharply sticking forward like a black beak. And Kumo was slowly flapping a pair of bone wings on his back. His whole body was covered with bone armor, and there were all kinds of colorful sharp spikes growing out from his elbows, knees, shoulders, and other places. At first look, he looked like a malevolent, multicolored, human-shaped hedgehog. The confrontation only lasted for a short few breaths of time. The 3 attacked at the same time as quickly as lightning. In the sky, a golden red light shuttled back and forth, breaking the void, and was as sharp as a sword. A black light soared, moving at one time and stopping at next. It was strange and cunning. A multicolored light charged and crashed and displayed the most valiant manner. Ordinary naked eyes were already unable to make out the progress of the battle. The absolute majority of people could only hear the unceasing explosions that continued to ravage their eardrums. Suddenly, a golden light fiercely streaked across the sky like a blade, towards an area in the middle of the mountain. Mountain stones and boulders were crushed into fine powder, and there appeared a 20 feet wide and over 100 feet tall gorge. The nearby unlucky spectators were all chopped into minced meat. Suddenly a raven's caw echoed like the thunder. Hundreds of unlucky Gu Masters' head burst immediately. From time to time, bone spikes rained down freely from the sky. Many Gu Masters could not evade in time and were pierced through, nailed at the ground, and lost their lives. The battle had reached the climax. The three sides moved without restraint. We can't endure even the ripples of a battle between rank 5 peak stage Gu Masters. Too terrifying. Too terrifying. We need to leave quickly. If we keep on watching, we might have to pay with our lives. Everyone was scared witless and hurried out of Sancha Mountain one after another. Even Li Xian, Hu Mei and others also did not dare to stay here. On Sancha Mountain, only the rank 4 peak stage, Yi Huo, Kong Ritian, Long Qingtian, Yi Chong, and Wu Shintong remained. Even so, their expressions were serious, and all their concentration was fixed on the battle with their nerves stretched tight as a bowstring. They were ready to escape the moment there was even a little danger. Soon these rank 4 peak stage Gu Masters also could not continue staying there. Because the three rank 5 peak stage Gu Masters used their rank 5 Gumburber, Tai Mu Bai's turn Go Gu flew everywhere. No matter what it shot through, whether they were rocks, grasses, trees, flowers, birds, fishes, or beasts, they would turn into golden sculpture, their life force extinguished. Kumo's soft bones, Gu made any bones within 50 miles of it turn soft and become a puddle of bone paste. And Wu Gui's pitch-black Gu spread darkness everywhere. Any Gu worms under rank 6 that touched it would receive different degrees of restrictions. In this world, the higher the rank of the Gu, the stronger and rarer they were. Precious Gu of rank 4 were already hard to purchase, and rank 5 Gu were practically not circulated in the market. As for rank 6 immortal Gu, every one of them were one of its kind. Fang Yuan had reached rank 6 Gu Immortal's realm in his previous life, but he could only refine a rank 6 Spring-Autumn Cicada. As for most of the Gu Masters, rank 5 Gu were already very hard to get. The most important thing in a battle between rank 5 Gu Masters was the power of their rank 5 Gu. This is the power of a rank 5 Gu? Terrifying. Rank 4 defensive Gu can hardly resist it, let alone rank 3 Gu. From some faraway corner, Bai Ningbing observed the battle in Sensha Mountain intently, her blue pupils flickering with grave light. This was not the first time she saw a battle between rank 5 Gu Masters. She had seen it once before at Qingmao Mountain. But the fighting strength of these three rank 5 Gu Masters were clearly much more powerful than Lord Sky Crane and first-generation Gu Yue. This was because first-gen Gu Yue and Lord Sky Crane were decrepit rank 5 Gu Masters who were struggling at death's door and used all kinds of ways to prolong their lifespan. First-gen Gu Yue hibernated all year round in blood coffin and changed himself into a zombie, neither human nor ghost. And Lord Sky Crane was not much better. He came from Central Continent. His battle prowess was suppressed to some extent in Southern Border. But these three rank 5 Gu Masters Bai Ningbing was looking at were all at their peak state. Their intense battle naturally gave her spirit an even stronger impact. If I face such rank 5 Gu Masters, I will not be able to resist one move of theirs, and there is no hope of even escaping. Bai Ningbing looked at the battle for a long time and subconsciously clenched her fists, deeply realizing the gap between her and these rank 5 peak stage powers, like Timubai and the rest. Rank 5 peak stage Gu Masters were at the peak of the mortal world, an emperor among Gu Masters. Especially when they used rank 5 Gu, the strength they could bring out could destroy mountains if they came across mountains, split apart rivers if they came across rivers. Such an enormous power gave a feeling that it could not be stopped. This is the show you were waiting for? Bai Ningbing retrieved her gaze and looked at Fang Yuan standing beside her with a flash of understanding. Tai Mu Bai is fighting 1 against 2. It seems after this battle, the structure of Sansha Mountain will have a complete change. Demonic path will suppress righteous path. You were waiting for this opportunity since several months ago, right? Fang Yuan calmly gazed into the distance and shook his head indifferently. Rank 5 Gu are very rare. Many Rank 5 Gu masters don't have even one Rank 5 Gu and can only use 4 Gu. Thus, a Rank 5 Gu master's battle strength is determined by the Rank 5 Gu they hold and their amount. Demonic Gu masters have always lacked resources and can mostly only rely on luck or fate. Kumo and Wugi have 1 or 2 Rank 5 Gu with them. But Timu Bai is different. He has a huge background called Tai Clan. He should at least have 3 Rank 5 Gu on him. Bai Ningbing's expression moved. You mean Timu Bai will be the winner of this battle? Fang Yuan, however, shook his head. Gu worms are Gu Master's trump card. The Gu Masters can be targeted against once their Gu are exposed. Taimu Bai will not easily reveal all his trump cards. From the start, this battle had neither a winner nor a loser. Bai Ningbing was a smart person and immediately understood it after Fang Yuan gave her the clues. No matter how intense this battle was, it was only a probe. Why did Timu Bai, Wu Gui, and Kumo came here? Was it purely for revenge against each other? Impossible. For people like them, their greatest goal is to break away from mortal and charge through to rank 6 Gu Immortal Realm, thereby gaining a longer life. These 3 were at the peak, looking down on all mortals, and had rich experiences. Gratitude and grudges could not move them. Each of their action held their own deep purpose. These 3 chose Sancha Mountain for their battle instead of any other places. So their purpose is already clear. 3 kings' inheritance, Bai Ningbing's eyes flickered with a pondering light. 3 kings were rank 5 Gu masters. Their inheritance contains rank 5 Gu worms. Each one of these rank 5 Gu can greatly increase their strength. With a treasure in front of them, how could they battle without care? Unless there is an extremely huge imbalance between the battle strength of the 2 sides. But from the current situation, it clearly is not so. So this battle can only end in a draw. The confusing battle situation suddenly became extremely clear. Bai Ningbing subconsciously looked at Fang Yuan. When everyone's hearts were throbbing intensely because of the intense battle of rank 5 Gu Masters, he was still so calm, like he was a spectator watching something of no concern. But was it really a matter of no concern? Bai Ningbing rejected this thought inwardly. No one knew clearer than her regarding the thirst Fang Yuan had towards 3 kings' inheritance. But even under such desire, he could still restrain his impulse. Facing such an opponent, Bai Ningbing's heart felt incomparably heavy. Such unfathomable shrewdness. How will I be able to take the Yanggu that can turn me back to a male from him?